Our topic for this lesson is confirming what you know. The grammar point we'll focus on for this lesson will be negative questions. The form of negative questions is actually quite simple. You start with a positive question, a positive verb with a clause. Do you have to work tonight? And you change the do to a negative verb with the same clause. Don't you have to work tonight? So a positive question, do you have to work tonight, becomes a negative question. Don't you have to work tonight? The most common usage of negative questions is for confirming information that you think you already know. And you're quite sure about this. You're 95 to 100% sure the answer will be yes if you're asking the question. You can also use the negative questions for looking for agreement with your opinion. So if you have an opinion and you expect someone to agree. Another use is when something unexpected happens and you want to confirm information surrounding that situation. An alternate use is when scolding someone or wanting them to act in a different way. So your negative question is hoping they will act a different way. Although this can be tricky to use accurately and can come across quite negative. Here's an example of a positive question and a negative question. So the positive question with a positive verb and clause, do you have to work tonight? Means you are not sure at all and you're asking for the first time. You're not sure of the answer. A negative question with a negative verb and clause, don't you have to work tonight? Means you're 95 to 100% sure that they do have to work tonight and you expect them to say yes to this question. The good thing about negative questions is they can be used with almost all tenses. All you have to do is change the positive verb to the negative one. So you can use the simple present, are you from Germany? You're not sure. To aren't you from Germany? You're 95 to 100% sure they are from Germany. The present perfect, have you been to Peru? Becomes, haven't you been to Peru? So you're quite sure they have been to Peru. Or the future continuous, will you be meeting us there? Won't you be meeting us there? So won't you be meeting us there, again, is 95 to 100% sure they will be meeting us there. Just make sure to change the main word to the negative. Another simple thing about negative questions is that the answers don't change. So consider the two sentences below. Are you from Moscow? Yes, I am, or no, I'm not. These are two possible answers. With a negative question, aren't you from Moscow? The answers do not change. Yes, I am, or no, I'm not. Consider these examples of negative questions in practice. We are confirming what we think we already know. Isn't Madrid the capital of Spain? Aren't we near the subway station right now? Doesn't it rain a lot in Seattle? So our first use of our negative questions is confirming what you think you already know. So, isn't Madrid the capital of Spain? I'm pretty sure it is. I'm 95 to 100% sure. Aren't we near the subway station right now? This meaning is I've been here before, and I think I'm right. I'm pretty sure I'm right. Doesn't it rain a lot in Seattle? I often hear this is true, and I'm pretty sure that I'm right. The second use of our negative questions is looking for agreement with your opinion. So consider these three below. Doesn't Jared look like a celebrity? Isn't this coffee amazing? Wouldn't it be fun to go rock climbing? So here is the explanations of our looking for agreement. Doesn't Jared look like a celebrity? The meaning behind this is that many people think Jared looks like a celebrity, and I expect you to say yes. Isn't this coffee amazing? So in this case, perhaps the coffee is much better than usual, and all you want to hear is an agreement. Yes. Wouldn't it be fun to go rock climbing? In this case, maybe you think your friend would enjoy rock climbing, and you expect them to say yes. And you'd be very surprised if they said no. So we use our negative questions. Now, this use is a little bit different, and we use these negative questions when something unexpected happens. For example, weren't you working tonight? Don't you have class right now? Aren't you from Italy? Let's look at some explanations here. Weren't you working tonight? So the meaning is, I thought this was true, but you're here. So you expect a friend to be working, but that's not the case. It's surprising. It's unexpected. Don't you have class right now? You usually have class, but you're not there. You're here. So this is unexpected. Aren't you from Italy? So it's unexpected that you don't speak Italian. So you don't speak Italian, but aren't you from Italy? That's surprising or unexpected. A third use for negative questions is for scolding someone. And this is usually in response to unexpected actions. For example, aren't you going to work today? Shouldn't you be studying right now? Can't you be on time just once? So these tend to sound very critical and very negative. So they are a bit dangerous to try to use if you are not that comfortable with them. To avoid sounding critical, try using the term I thought instead of a negative question. I thought you were going to work today. I thought you would be studying right now. I thought you were trying not to be late. So in these cases, we shift back the be verb. I thought you were, would, and were, and we use I thought. This is a kind of indirect way of asking a question without sounding critical. And let's practice. Here we have 4 practice sentences. We'll change the positive sentence into a negative sentence and choose the most accurate meaning in the brackets. So a fact, agreement, unexpected, or scolding. So take a moment, change them to negative, and choose the most accurate meaning. Okay, let's look at these meanings. Aren't you Canadian? So this is most likely a fact. So you are 90 to 100% sure this person is Canadian, but you're just confirming. Don't you have your own car? Why do you need mine? So this is a kind of scolding because you're not sure why this person needs to borrow your car. Doesn't that game sound like fun? So in this case, we're looking for agreement because something sounding like fun, you expect the person to say yes. Haven't you seen this movie already? Why are you seeing it again? So this is not a scold, but it is something unexpected. So you think that this person has seen the movie before, so it's unexpected that they're seeing it again. And now we have our conversation practice. The situation is having an unexpected guest at a party. So we have positive and negative questions here. And based on how sure the person is, 95%, not sure, or 95%, or not sure, choose whether a positive or a negative question is most appropriate. Take a second and do that now. Okay, so let's look at your answers. Didn't you have to work tonight? In this case, a negative question is accurate because you are 95% sure that Ryan did have to work tonight. So a negative question is the best. I did, but I took the night off to come meet you. Do they have champagne at this place? Here, a positive question is appropriate because you're not sure if they do have champagne. That's amazing, but won't you get in trouble? And here, you're 95% sure that he will get in trouble, so a negative question is best. This is worth it. Are you having a good time? And here the question is positive because you're not sure if the person is having a good time. So let's read this through and see what it sounds like. Surprise! Happy birthday! Ryan, didn't you have to work tonight? I did, but I took the night off to come meet you. Do they have champagne at this place? That's amazing, but won't you get in trouble? This is worth it. Are you having a good time? Wasn't that easy? Here I'm looking for agreement because I hope it was easy. Now remember, with negative questions, if you are really not sure if you're using it correctly, it's best to just go with a positive question. But I hope you feel a little more comfortable with negatives.